Okay, everybody, let's try out this super starter here. You can see we're at 90%. We are at idle, 98% on our battery. I've already went for a drive. So here we go. Quick start, discharging, bam, charging there. Everything looks great. We just hit it with 520 amps, 84% discharge, 12.3 volts. There's all of that. Check out the voltage in the alternator. It monitors the alternator. Let's go to history. Look at all of the starting that I did. 520 amps, 499, 500. There's all of my history of my cranks. So I can actually see where my power is on my battery and my actual super starter. So this thing monitors the alternator, the battery, and the super starter all in one. You can see right there, state of charge and all that. This is awesome, works great, I recommend it. In this video, I'm gonna go over this Ansel BS400 engine super starter. It's basically a large capacitor that stores energy until the engine needs to be started. So your battery is going to run a lot of things throughout your car or truck, like I have right here. I have this Ford F-150 right here, and it's got the EcoBoost engine. It requires a little more cranking amps than like my small car. I put the BS200 on my car. Now this one can go all the way up to a 6.0 liter, so it's got a lot more cranking amp capacity. It's basically just larger capacitors in here. It's going to mount right here on the battery, and it's going to be here. It's going to check the health of the battery. It's going to utilize the power out of this for the start-stop mechanism. This thing has that stupid stop-start that Ford does on it that I have disabled, but if you don't have yours disabled and you want to kind of save the life of your battery, definitely pick up one of these. It's a permanently installed booster box, so I'll never have to be boosted off or have someone use a jumper box on this engine as long as I have this on here. So while I'm driving, the alternator will charge this up. It'll charge the capacitors, which all is monitored through an app. They have a really good app on this thing that I will show you that in action. So what do you get in the box here? So you get the super starter. These just plug in right there. There is a USB-C charging. I'm not charging it. I don't think you need to charge it. I'm gonna let the alternator charge it. You get these little alligator clamps if you don't want to hard mount it down to those, but I'm just gonna run the negative into the negative and the positive into the positive into the positive. It is that simple. Seriously, it's 2 bolts. You get some Velcro and then you get some zip ties right here, but check it out. So the way this engine layout is, I found the perfect spot right here. I went ahead and drilled a small hole here and a small hole here, and check out where this is going to run. Look how perfectly that mounts down in there. And then I'm gonna run this Velcro through the straps right here, and it's gonna hold it in place, and I don't have to do anything else. I might run the extra piece of Velcro around there. I haven't decided yet. It worked out perfect just like this. So you can see how it looks in the F-150. So let's go ahead, let's hook this thing up. All it is, I can have this thing hooked up in 5 minutes. Then we'll start the engine, I'll pull the app up, and we'll see where we're at. Okay, so these look to be a 13mm socket. There we go. We got that one off. I don't have to take it off all the way. Run this one right up under there like that. And there we go. I think that's still pretty tight. Now this one. How strange is that? That's an 11. So just loosen that up a little bit. Now, there might be a little bit of a spark here. I don't know. Nope, no spark. We're done. That's how simple the install is, and look how neat that looks, everybody. Okay, there we go. We just tightened all this down right here. You can see how that goes up under there. I'm not that worried about it back there. It cannot come out because of this right here, so you can't really move it out, and it won't go from the side, and it won't go up and down. It's locked into place, and I might put a little zip tie right there on that one, and a little zip tie on that one, but I think it's good to go. And you can see we do have power already started on it. Let's pull the app up and let's see what the app looks like. Okay, so the app is called the Ansel app. You can see I have the BS200 showing up there. I just added the Ford F-150. Click on it and then hit OK. And then come down, starter. Let's check it out. You can see it is charging. The battery's at 76% and it's charging the thing right now. Let's go ahead, let's start this thing up and let's see what it does as soon as we start it. So in here, I'm just gonna show you guys on there for when it starts. Discharging. What I like about this, it shows you, oh, it just showed me all. So the initial was the 151 amps of discharge, 61%, and the cranking voltage. Look how much it's already charged up, because it is a capacitor. It's not got a battery cell in it. It just charges it. We're already at 82% on our capacitor there. You can see my charging voltage. I can monitor my alternator here. My state of charge is 76% on my battery. My voltage, my state of charge, the temperature of the battery is 89 degrees. You can see my start, how it just started right there. Go down to details, there's all that. We can do a forced start, so if you've got a dead battery, you hit that forced start, and that's where you get the jumper. Start quality, I've got 1. That was my first start with this baby, so we are all set. Now let's go back to our battery again. We're already at 87%. Everybody, this thing works. It started directly from that. Now this will have a full charge on it. So anytime this truck gets turned off and turned back on, it's gonna go directly from this. Already you can see I'm at 91 degrees Fahrenheit. Now I can do an alarm if I wanna do that. Starter, off, and on discharge. Daily power notification. Every 9 hours lets me know abnormal cranking, language, Fahrenheit, follow system. It shows you all of the different stuff. Do we need a firmware update? You can update this thing, so you can update it and have it all updated while you're doing that. Seeing how easy it was to hook up, this thing worked flawlessly. I highly recommend one of these. Now I should never be without a spot where I need to get a charge, because I pretty much have a permanently installed jumper box in my truck now. So yeah, there it is. That's all I got on the Ansel BS400 starter box. See you all in the next video.